of 9 o'clock. I'd like to call the August 21st meeting of the Person Board of County Commissioners meeting to order at this time and recognize that we have a quorum. And we'll ask Commissioner Sims to lead us in an invocation and Commissioner Puryear in our Pledge of Allegiance.
If you will, pray with me. Dear Holy Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for allowing us to be here today to talk about our county business. We ask that you would lead us and guide us and give us wisdom as we go through today's business. We lift up those who are suffering and pray that you will comfort them during this time. We ask that you would be with our nation, our state, our county as we go forth. We pray this in your most heavenly name. Amen.
Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item of business is discussion or adjustment or approval of the agenda as presented. And I'd also like to add a reading of the governor's proclamation to recognize Child Support Awareness Month following the approval of the agenda. So if we have a motion to approve,
So moved.
have a motion for approval, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, none, excuse me. None, motion approved. As stated, I'd like to read this proclamation this morning. State of North Carolina, Roy Cooper, Governor, Child Support Awareness Month 2023. By the Governor of the State of North Carolina, a proclamation. Whereas children are entitled to financial support from their parents, and whereas children do not receive adequate financial and emotional support from their parents, may experience greater difficulty in becoming happy, healthy, and productive residents. And whereas North Carolina Child Support Services is dedicated to serving families and children across our state, and whereas North Carolina continues to improve its efforts at child support collections. In state fiscal year 2022-2023, almost $650 million was collected, providing support for more than 355,000 children. And whereas many concerned and dedicated judges, district attorneys, clerks of courts, sheriffs, personnel, and children and child support professionals work to establish and enhance support orders for North Carolina's children, one of our state's most vital resources. Now therefore, I, Roy Cooper, Governor of the State of North Carolina, do hereby proclaim August 2023 as Child Support Awareness Month in North Carolina and commend its observance to all citizens. And I don't know if our DSS director would like to say anything, or you okay? Don't mean to put you on the spot, but I do see you.
Good morning, commissioners. Just here with some of staff here at this rope here, and income administrator just walked in. But we just thank you all for the recognition and for the hard work that these ladies do. And we thank you all, and we try to do our best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for what you do. Couple of things we'll do before we actually get into the order of business for today. One is we want to recognize our retiring board clerk, Brenda Reeves. Brenda's been with us, I believe, 17 years in this position. And I don't know what we're going to do without her, but she is training a worthy follow-up to her, and we welcome Michelle Solomon as well. But Brenda has been the clerk to this board and led with professionalism at the top of the ladder. She has a vast knowledge of policy, procedures, state laws, and she keeps us in order. She when I get out of place, she lets me know real quick, but in a very, very kind and professional way. and I certainly appreciate that. But she has done an outstanding job for Person County, serving in that position. And our current and past managers have been fortunate to have her in that position. And we certainly do wish her the best in the future. She's claims she's not gonna do anything, but I don't believe that either. She's got grandchildren that are already lining up, putting it on her calendar.
That's right.
There will be a reception for her in the auditorium. We're gonna do that the 30th at 4 o'clock. So if any of you and public as well, and the staff will be there to honor Brenda on that particular date. Any other commissioners have comments?
I would like to just say, in my 4 years roughly, serving as county commissioner, you have been very helpful, very knowledgeable. You've answered my questions when I call and I'm not sure what the answers are, and you're very well informed of that. And so we're gonna miss you, and I just thank you for everything you've done for us, the county, and wishing you the best as you go forward.
Kind of sort of echo exactly what Commissioner Sims just stated. When I come on board almost 3 years ago, she was my go-to person. And there was some small things I had to pick up on and learn how to do, and this was the major stumbling block. It's called Microsoft, and my brain cannot absorb it for some reason. But you have been remarkable in your duties as I've watched you. I'm sure the other prior managers can back this up by stating the exact same thing. And like Chairman Powell mentioned, we are going to miss you.
Thank you.
And we thank you for all you've
We
done.
wish you all too.
And I'm completely sure that our new replacement will fill your shoes very well.
Absolutely, she will.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Why are you leaving me, Brenda?
No,
You're the only familiar face I have left.
we came the same year, didn't we?
Same year, you came in as a deputy clerk, I believe.
Yes, I did.
And replaced Faye.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for the 17 years that I've had the pleasure of working alongside you. You have been outstanding in your performance of duties and always a voice of reason as well. Sometimes I will bend your ear and get your opinion. I'm very thankful for the many years that we worked together, and I truly, truly wish you the very best
Thank you.
in your retirement.
Thank you so much.
Well, as being a new one on the board, you have helped me so much along the way, and I'm just echoing what everyone else says. You've earned your retirement, so you've earned that time to enjoy life, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you all, gentlemen, for your kind words. I appreciate that. It has certainly been a privilege and an honor to serve this community in this capacity and to work with the many boards of elected officials along the way. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Legal comments?
Well, only that, for a lawyer to a board and to a governmental unit, having an exceptionally capable and professional clerk to help find things and keep records straight and make sure things happen as they're supposed to, and help to assist the county manager keep the agenda straight, makes everybody's life so much easier. So thank you, Brenda.
Thank you, too. It's been
Thank you very much. And you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah, just, if you feel lonely or left
That's
out,
right. I'll keep
come
that in
on
mind.
back. Yeah, there's always something going on here. The other thing I have before we get into the meeting, some of us attended a meeting last Wednesday with a Duke Energy representative, and at that point, he revealed to us a press release dated August 17th, and I'd like to make a few comments about that. I am pleased and excited to share with Person County citizens a press release by Duke Energy dated August 17th, 2023. In the press release, And I do have copies here if anyone would like to. There are two different parts to that, so they're on the table here if anybody in the audience would like to pick up a copy. But in the press release, there are several highlights. However, one is of particular interest to Person County. The good news for us is that Duke Energy announced construction of a hydrogen-capable natural gas plant at the Roxborough location, which we commonly call HYCO. The point at which these plants cease coal-fired production in Person County has been of major concern for several years now, due primarily to the economic impact closures or ceasing of production would cause in Person County. Knowing the local impact of our economy, the Board of Commissioners, EDC, and other entities began an intense effort to encourage Duke Energy to continue power production in Person County. When House Bill 951 was passed into law, the Carbon Reduction Plan guidelines made it clear that coal-fired plants in Person County would be shut down at some point in the future. As far as shut down, I mean ceasing of production. Knowing we couldn't sit back and watch Duke's 6 decades of presence in our county fade away, a concerted effort was begun to strategize as to how to proceed into the future. A plan of action began to evolve and resulted in Person County being recognized as an intervener with the NC Utilities Commission. The strategy progressed by consultation with county attorney, a utilities attorney, and a utilities lobbyist, along with county commissioners, economic development officials, and other concerned organizations within the county. And I am grateful to all who worked diligently together as a team, and I stress team, to get us to the point we are today in making this announcement. It hasn't been easy, but undeniably worth the effort. I want to thank all again who contributed to achieving this milestone announcement. This press release does not mean the end of the line in working with Duke Energy. It's a major first step to ensure continued power generation in Person County. But there's more work to be done. Duke Energy has a plan for the future in the future, and Person County is definitely in it. Duke Energy has been the greatest corporate citizen our county has ever known, and we want their continued presence for decades to come. I believe the future economic security is bright for Person County, illuminated by power generated by Duke Energy facilities in our county. The journey with Duke is not over, as I stated. It has only just begun. We look forward to the future with Duke Energy as a partner in making Person County a focal point in new technology in power production for many generations to come. And as we've already noted, the shutdown of the 2 plants is scheduled at this point, Mayo in 2031 and HYCO in 2034. So that's the plan as stated to us as of last week, but also clearly stated Duke Energy prefers Person County. They want to be here, and we have stressed to them that we want them here. And that would extend well into the future with the proposed 2 plants here in the county, and then the futuristic plan for small nuclear probably. So again, I want to compliment everyone that helped us along the way, and starting with our attorney and others in the county that have the same vested interest in Person County's future, along with Duke Energy. And again, copies are up here if you'd like to pick up a copy of that press release. Some pretty good information in it, much more than I just said. At this point in our meeting, we do have 10 minutes set aside for public comment. a period of time where citizens may come and share their concerns to commissioners. Do we have any?
No, sir, no one signed up today.
Okay, no one signed up. Item number 1 on the agenda, and we need a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Move for approval.
Have a motion on the floor to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? None, motion carried. New business, item number 2, appointment of clerk to the board. Manager Kathy.
Okay, well, I too would like to express my appreciation to Brenda. She'll hear this a lot more over the next couple of weeks, but thank you very much for all you've done for us. We are excited to welcome our new clerk to the board, who is in a training mode for the next couple of weeks. Michelle Solomon is not new to Person County government. She previously worked in social services, in child support, for a decade or so, and then she has been with the planning department for the last year. So we are confident that she will smoothly transition into this new role. Again, very happy to have her. The action that is requested of the board this morning is to appoint Michelle Solomon as clerk to the board effective September 1st, 2023. So Brenda's retirement date is the 31st. She'll continue to serve as the clerk through that day. And at the end of her last day, she will administer the oath of office to Michelle, and she will officially take over those duties.
Have a motion?
So moved.
You have to say it verbatim, correct? Motion to appoint Michelle Solomon as clerk of the board effective September 1st, 2023.
Have a motion on the floor. Further comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Welcome, Michelle. Unanimous. So we really like to do business. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we're moving right along real rapidly. That's great. For Chairman's report, maybe a couple of things. I did attend a new teacher luncheon welcoming 22 new teachers, I believe there were to Person County Schools. And attended an EDC forum conducted by Charles Hayes, which was well attended and very informational. And there also was a ceremony. We mentioned Duke earlier, but Roots and Wings received a $25,000 grant from Duke Energy and attended that ceremony, which is very, very much needed and well received. And also, there was a coffee hour that I attended at Golden Corral around solar panel and solar power production. And then again, we met with Duke officials last Wednesday. That is my report. Manager Kathy?
I'm happy to share that our Parks and Recreation Department has received a $360,000 PARTIF grant. We will use that funding towards the development of the county farm in the southern end of the county. So we will look forward to seeing continued development and use of that park for an extensive trail system for walking, biking, running, whatever anyone would like to get out and do to enjoy nature in that area of the county. So we are grateful for that funding.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Sims?
Yes, I attended several meetings with Duke in the past as we were trying to figure out what we were going to do with our 2 plants and working different suggestions and ideas. And one thing I can tell you, the last meeting that I took away from that is they want to be here. They think, again, our county, the people that live around here have been very supportive of them, and they want to be here for a long, long time. And I think, as you said, They're not done yet. There's a lot of other ideas that are out there that we'll be trying to get approved. But I was very happy with the meeting. I was very happy with the way they feel. And I think the thing they ask of us is, to continue their support. The public plays a lot into Utilities Commission and the things of that nature. So we just need to make sure we support Duke as they continue on. And I think they're going to be great corporate citizens here as we go forward.
I had the privilege of attending that seminar with EDC Wednesday, I believe it was. Rather lengthy, very informative at the end because we went into cluster groups and were pulling out things of our desires and thoughts on how to improve Person County. And then the directors there was two guys, I forget the name, Charles something and
Charles Hayes.
and the other guy. Anyway, they evaluated and then they went around the room and shared each group's thoughts. So that was a great experience, and I think we all learned a lot from that. And I look forward to any further discussion along those lines to improve Person County.
Commissioner Perrier.
Just want to echo what you spoke of with Duke Energy. I think it's a great continuing partnership. They are an amazing corporate citizen to this community, and look forward to the next stage of our corporate relationship with them.
Thank you. Commissioner Thomas.
I had the privilege of being on vacation last week, and sounds like things got a little hectic around home last week. So I want to, give thanks to all our emergency personnel, the sheriff's department, the EMS, the fire department, for their professionalism on how they handled so many situations last week, and it just comes to mind. They put their lives on the line every single day for us, and we're forever grateful.
Thank you. I'd like to backtrack and mention here, I see our public information officer in the audience. The announcement and press release by Duke Energy, I would think is very worthy to put on our website. And already, it went up, okay. And any other sites, social media, okay, good news.
We found out on Friday and put it on our website on Friday as well.
Very good.
And shared it with our local media, who some already knew, but we shared it anyway.
Okay, good news. We do want to get the good news out to Person County. This time, we have on our agenda a closed session. I would need a motion to go into closed session per General Statute 143-318, 11A5, for the public body, staff, or negotiating agencies concerning the position taken by and on behalf of the public body. Those permitted to attend: County Manager Kathy, Clerk to the Board Brenda Reeves, Clerk in Training Michelle Solomon, County Attorney Ellis Hampkins, Assistant Finance Director Tracy Clayton, General Services Director Ray Fashee, Doug Brock, Senior Associates Incorporated, and Andrew Carter, Director of DEC Associates Incorporated. Have a motion.
So moved.
Have a motion to go into closed session. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None, motion carried.